Hello and welcome to the first episode of the 5th season of Let's Play Hull City in Football Manager 2018. And what we are looking at right now is one of our players. But yeah, look, he is not one of our players anymore. He is a former player, because we are looking at Axel Chamberlain. And as you can see, he is back in Arsenal. And this is the way we're going to start this episode, by going through. I mean, the transfer window is over, and we need to take a look at what has been going on during the summer. And you know the story with the Ox. We got him really cheap from Liverpool, and he has been very good for us, but he is injury prone. And he has been, especially during the second season, since he joined us, he picked up quite a few injuries. And I didn't plan to sell him during the summer, but as you know with this series, I've been struggling a lot with injuries during the first two seasons, and then I really cleaned up, sold on almost all my injury-prone players, and since we have been like one of the teams in the league with least amount of injuries, and that's where we want to be. So he's injury-prone, so I was willing to sell him, even though he's been playing so well, so I didn't plan to like try to sell him. And so the one first thing was that he was injury prone. The second thing was we got an offer that was just too good to refuse. So if you take a look at his history, of course he was playing for Arsenal for many seasons. And then Liverpool signed him for over 40 million euros. And then we got him for dirt cheap, for nothing. 12.25 million euros. And he's been great for us. 7.4 rating the first season. 7.32 rating the second season. Great. But then, now, during the summer, Arsenal offered 70 million euros. And in my book, that was an offer too good to refuse for an injury-prone Ox. So, yeah, he is back at Arsenal. And, yeah, as I said, he's been great for us. Very thankful. We got him cheap. Been doing so many good games. And now 70 million for him is just crazy. So, he is back at Arsenal. Next lad that left us during this summer is Alberto Moreno. And I didn't have any reason to sell him. I think he's been good for us. I think he's better in Football Manager than he is in real life. Look at his stats. They are pretty good. And he has been playing really good for us. But kind of like with the Ox, I got an offer that was too good to refuse. So we got him really cheap, 8.5 million from Liverpool. And then Chelsea showed up with an offer that was too good to refuse. It says 37 million euro here, but it's actually more. It's 43 million euros. Because these class souls are like guaranteed to happen. For example, our class soul where we are getting like 5 more million or something like that. If he plays not 50 games for them, if he plays 10 games. And he's definitely going to play 10 games for them. So 33 million euros for Alberto Moreno. Too good to refuse. And look at his age also. He's 28 right now. But he is having his birthday very soon. Like becoming 29 in just a few weeks. So he's getting old. 33 million. I think it was too good. Once again, too good to refuse. And then we have the man. The myth. The legend. Last season Premiership top goal scorer, Lapadula. And it's with a heavy heart that I have sold him. And I knew that I had to sell him on. Like, I had to. He's 31, turning 32 during this season. And we know that his stats will start declining quickly. And once again, I got an offer too good to refuse. 40 million. For a soon-to-be 32-year-old Lapadula. I had to take it. I really had to. And then let's take a look at the first signing. We have sold on a few other players. I will come back to it quickly later on. But then we did a huge signing. A really big signing to replace Lapadula. Because there is a club that haven't been in... I missed out on Champions League 3 seasons in a row. And even the last 2 seasons, they missed out on Euro Cup. So a very good player in that club was unhappy, wanted to leave. And I don't think he had that much time left on his contract either. So he was pretty cheap for one of the best players in the game. now officially for it's only, and I say only, it's a lot of money, but I say only, for only 64 million euros, Harry Kane is a Hull player. And I know he is 28, I would prefer to sign a little bit younger players, but this is what we've been talking about this whole series. Like, we haven't been able to get big names, we haven't been able to get world-class players. And now we had a chance, and for 64 million euros, he is 28, but we had to take it. We really had to. And he's not turning 29 until the end of the season, so he's going to be 28 this whole season. Fantastic stats, fantastic player, and now he plays for us. Going to be great to see him in action at 18 finishing. Yeah, look at his mentals, they are insane. He's a mole professional. Like, what more can we ask for a play like this? But then let's go where we can check out the real transfers here. First off, there's a transfer that is about to happen, and that's Costas. I have accepted a bid from a club that's not in England, so their transfer window haven't closed. So most likely he will leave us very, very soon. And it's not a huge offer. Can we see it here? Yes, we can. It's going to be 16.75 million and 7.2 in installments. And then after 10 league games. So after 10, this is going to happen, of course, is after 10 league games. And that brings the total amount up to almost 30 million. And we're also getting 30% of the profit. The only bad thing is we have to make a team wage contribution. And I tried to negotiate it, but that was the only way. So we are getting 30 million and maybe a sell-on thing. And he's a good player. But I just feel like, I've been struggling with the defense, and I wanted to change things around in the defense, and he was the one that other clubs were interested in and making bids for. So that happened. But yeah, let's get back to transfer history. Other players we sold that I haven't mentioned is Lucas. It's going to be 15 mil, it's guaranteed. Munir, we got him as a free transfer. Loan him out for, I believe, was 2 seasons, and now we're getting almost 40 mil for him. So yeah, that's how you make money in this game. So get a lad for free as a free transfer, loan him out for a few seasons, and then sell him for almost 40 mil. Then for the signings, there are a few that we only have mentioned Kane, but since we are selling Costas, we need another central defender, and I kind of was limited with my squad registration because I was lacking English players. I was desperately needed another English player. So I had to kind of overpay a bit because I had to sign an English defender. If I would have signed somebody from another nation, I would be able to get him cheaper. But still, he has developed really, really well. From West Ham, Oxford, Reece Oxford, everybody knows him. And he is only 22. And looking at his potential, he's definitely have the potential to improve even further. And great physics, decent mentals. And the things here, of course, the most important one is tackling, marking. I can't understand how he's so low in heading. I mean, he's a long fellow, 193 centimeters. He should be a beast in the air. But yeah. And also, they had Phil Jones to the team, and Phil Jones has tutored him, so he's already 19 in determination, a professional, so I won't need to tutor him. This is a bit of a gamble. I had to overpay because he's English, but his stats is basically the same level or even stronger already than Costas, and he has kind of like 1.5, 2 seasons more, where his stats really can increase, and if we are lucky and they do that, he could become a beast. And if he doesn't, well, we have another overpaid English player. You haven't heard about that before, have you? And then, as a replacement for Moreno, we signed a regen from Juve. This guy, and he looks fantastic. His stats is already better than Moreno's, and he's only 19, so he can improve quite a bit more. He needs to be tutored though, low in determination, and he's only balanced, but we have a perfect tutor for him. And that's Thiago Maia, because Thiago Maia, 18 determination, he's a professional, kind of plays in the same position, even though we use him as a midfielder. So we have a perfect tutor, so hopefully we can get that determination up very quickly. But yeah, looking at these stats, he has the potential to become a world-class fullback. As I said, his stats is already better than Moreno's. So I think a really good signing. We had to pay a lot for him though. we had to pay almost 30 million. But I mean, that's less than we got from Moreno, so we still like made a profit from that one. And then let's see, is there any other made? Yeah, of course we needed to replace the Ox, and to replace the Ox, we traveled to Russia to CSKA Moscow and another region that looks fantastic. Look at his stats. He's only 19, so he also has quite a few more seasons. We definitely need to work on his physical attributes, especially his natural fitness, his strength. But the other physical attributes is just insane. Look at the agility, acceleration, balance, pace, fantastic. Need to work a little bit on his mentals, and yeah, looks really good in all his stats considering his age. He's definitely not at the Ox level yet, but he could definitely be better than Ox in 1 or 2 seasons. Need to be tutored though, low in determination, so we need to tutor him, but we have some great tutors. For example, newly signed Hurricane can tutor him, and Hurricane is a model professional, so maybe we'll go that route. The rest of the guys we signed is guys that, as you can see, we got a few free transfers that we only signed and loan out ASAP. The goal is to sell them on with a profit in like 2 or 3 seasons, just as we did with, for example, Mornier, that we made a 40 million profits on. The only special thing is this guy. We signed in, he was transfer listed from Barcelona, 1.9 mil, and his stats is actually extremely good. I still only, my goal was just to loan him out, to sell him on with a profit, because we kind of have too many playmakers anyways. But his stats is fantastic, and as I said, 1.9 mil for a player that looks like this. The problem is, nobody's been interested to loan him, and I've offered him up multiple times, and I can't understand that. If I was a manager for a team that didn't already have fantastic advanced playmakers, I would have loaned him within a second. I even offered him out for free, but no interest. But yeah, I've been talking a lot. I think it's time for a match, and we are starting this season the toughest possible way, because there is a club that are the reigning champions 3 seasons in a row, Man United, and yes, it's true, we start against them away at Old Trafford. I mean, this game loves to make it hard for us. They just love to. Because can we get a harder start of the season than playing the team that won the league 3 times in a row, and we are playing them away? And then just a quickly look at the season preview to see the odds here, and they believe that we will end up in 7th place, and I say no. Last season we ended up in 4th place. This season the goal is top 3. Everything but top 3 I would see as a failure. So let's see how things goes. And actually I want to mention one more thing, and that is, I'm not sure, but you might remember that Afonso Sosa, he was tutored by, what was his name now? An old Italian guy signed the first season as a tutor, and they used him as the ball-winning midfielder during the first 2 seasons, and I can't remember his name, but he was a model professional, but Sosa got tutored and he only became a professional, but now, it says model citizen, and I have no idea why, because he was tutored by the model professional, and he became a professional, and now it says model citizen. So I don't know, maybe it's because he's young and his personality is changing or something like that, but this has never happened to me before in any other save ever, that a player all of a sudden become a model citizen by himself. If anybody has any idea how this happens, let me know in the comments, because I would love to make a lot more of my players model citizens, because that's kind of the best thing that can happen. But I guess just because it's young, and maybe some of his stats is changing by default, something like that. And another thing is so much thing. Oh my god, this is episode will be so long because I'm talking so much. For this season, I haven't decided who's going to be my goalkeeper. We have the old dog Joe Hart, and we have the young dog Westeen. And right now, if you just look at the pure stats, Joe Hart is probably better, especially if you look at the goalkeeping stats. Well, the goalkeeping stats is definitely better. But Westin is 20 years old, looks fantastic. I think I'm going to mix it up a lot. Last season, Westin actually played almost every cup game. But this season, I think he will play most of the easier at home games. Also, for this game, a tough game, I'm going to use Joe Hart. We need some experience away versus United. But probably in most at home games, Westin will play, because it's very close between them right now. Right, this is the way we are going to start the Man United game. We are starting with a boom. We are starting with the toughest possible opponent. And I mean, yeah, like it can't get tougher than this. And if we do well in this game, it's going to be an interesting season. We're most likely going to lose this one because, I mean, United will be favourites. They are the reigning champions. They are playing at Old Trafford. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Talk about Old Trafford, their stadium. If you might remember that before last season, I told you that my board has said they are going to build a new stadium, but we didn't get any other information. Now during this summer, the new stadium is set. They are starting to build it. And I was a little bit disappointed because I was hoping for a bigger stadium. The new stadium is 34,482 seats. And that's only like 8,896 more seats than the last one. So it isn't even 10k more seats. And that's, yeah, I was hoping for at least 15k or 20k more seats. But that happened. And talking about United, they had two main new signings. They signed Verratti and they signed Divock Origi. So that's their main signings during the summer. But yeah, I think it's game time. This episode has been really long. I probably need to edit down some of my talk in the beginning because otherwise it's going to be a 30 minutes episode. So if this is a very quick episode, you guys are going to know that I probably edit out a lot because right now I've been talking for ages. So probably, hopefully for you guys, you haven't had to listen to my ramblings for too long. Hopefully I have managed to edit down a little bit for you guys. But the game has started and we are actually creating more chances than them, but there's nothing going on. Not a single highlight during the first 20 minutes. We're just sitting here. And I mean, I would be okay with a draw versus away versus United. I would be completely okay with that, but what a boring first half. I mean, and here is Mata with the free kick for United. Soma clears it. And no, it comes back quickly. Intercepted, maybe we can hit him a counter-attack. Here is Harry Kane, the new signing, and sits up Afonso Sosa. And Sosa into the box, and, well, at least we got the first highlight, I guess. But I'm not too pleased with that one. We could have done better. We could have done much, much better. Another highlight to start with United, but we intercepted Branagh, and our newly signing from Russia to Sosa. Carbo. Going to the other side of the pitch. Oxford. So in this highlight, we've seen 3 of our new players linking up. And there goes for the 4th one. Here is Kane. And oh my god, that could have been a beautiful goal. Could have been a sensational one. And we are heading into halftime. And this far, we created more chances. And we got all the highlights. I mean, we need to score goals to win. So you don't win games by just getting highlights and getting chances. But that's pretty good. But just to keep them on the tones, we need to say that we are not too pleased. Because, yeah, we got more chances. Yeah, we got more highlights. But look at these ratings. These garbage ratings. I see 6.5, 6.6. So we definitely need to step it up in the second one. But still, I'm slightly positive after the first half. Definitely better than I expected. But still a pretty boring first half. And I'm just staring at screen. I'm staring at statistics to see if anything interesting will happen. We are creating more chances. The clock is ticking away. And ticking away. And ticking away. Oh my god. This is definitely not a very exciting game. But we're going to stay like this. It's no way that we're going to go crazy attacking away versus United. And looking at this, all of my players are motivated. With one exception. is Gnabry, the one that's unhappy because I didn't sell him on, and he seems composed, and he has a 6.4 rating. I think this is an easy pick. Goodbye, Gnabry. Welcome, Svensson. But other than that, is there anybody else we actually want to sub with it? Maybe actually Keane, but I would like to keep him on for a little bit longer. Because he is our fancy super signing. I could go with Afonso Sousa instead. He's getting tired and they haven't been playing that great. So let's bring in Farrell instead. And he prefers to be a little bit more a deep lying. Game on. And clock is still ticking. This is a really boring game. But I think it's time to remove Harry Kane and bring in the goal scoring machine from the Euro Cup last season. We are going to bring in Keane here. We're replacing Kane with Keane. And of course we want to focus on attack. But I'm not changing, like, I'm not going attacking here. That would just be stupid. I'm okay with what's going on right now. We don't need to go all out crazy attacking. We could just wait here, and we are into extra time. Just a few seconds left. Will we manage to create something before the ref blows the whistle? If we are going to, we need to do it very quickly here. And that was a weak pass. Intercepted over Suma, Paslak. Can we create? We have seconds here. We need to bump it up if something's going to happen with full-time whistle. But that's the full-time whistle. A very boring start of the season, but still, I am pleased. This was probably the toughest game of the season. We really can't complain, can we? Starting out with a point away versus the reigning champions at Old Trafford. I'm happy. I'm not happy with the ratings, and I'm going to tell you, especially Gnabry, that I am displeased. But other than that, a result, I can't complain. This has been such a long episode, so I'm going to end it here ASAP. Thank you for watching. I'm excited for the new season. I hope you are too. And we're going to see what happens during the season. And we have Champions League this season, my god. But yeah, that will happen later on. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.